The warm-up cord was designed to give athletes the ultimate tool to strengthen and loosen the muscles associated with throwing. Unlike dumbbells and weighted balls, the warm-up cord's patented design provides resistance to both upper arm and forearm during a throwing motion. The key to the warm-up cord is the biomechanically correct way it attaches to the arm on the back of the bicep and forearm. This provides resistance while allowing a natural throwing motion, which improves arm strength and throwing velocity. Resistances of pro and varsity levels are designed to maximize the recruitment of key throwing musculature, which warms up the arm effectively, making it feel like a whip. The warm-up cord is very easy to put on, and it works the same way for every sport. It's very important to attach the warm-up cord correctly. Please follow these simple guidelines when putting the warm-up cord on to maximize performance and minimize the chance of injury due to improper use. The most important thing to remember when putting on the warm-up cord is the location of the tether on the bicep and forearm. The bicep attachment should be at the midpoint between the elbow and shoulder. If the tether is off-center, it can make the arm move unnaturally, disrupting the throwing motion. Be sure to wrap the cuff snugly to ensure it stays in the proper position. Next, attach the forearm strap. This tether should be just behind the bump on the outside of your wrist on the top of your forearm. Again, attach the cuff snugly to ensure proper placement throughout your program. If necessary, have a partner assist you in attaching the warm-up cord properly until you feel comfortable doing it yourself. Finally, attach the elastic cord to the O-ring at the junction of the tethers using the carabiner. The other carabiner must be attached to an anchor point with at least 100 pounds of resistance. This anchor point must be solid and not move substantially. We recommend using chain link fences. The carabiner should be connected to the anchor point at about the height of your shoulder during a throwing motion. You should stand in line with the anchor carabiner. The cord should not pull at an angle to your body. It should pull straight out from the anchor point to be in line with your shoulder. Next, move forward to remove any slack and introduce tension to the cord. Now, get into a throwing position with your shoulders square with the anchor point. This is the reference point for the prescribed tension in the cord. As you get stronger, you'll move an additional 12 inches away from the anchor point, creating more tension. Make sure that all movements are made in an athletic-ready position where your knees are slightly bent and you're up on the balls of your feet. No training with the warm-up cord should be done on your heels. The first sequence starts to loosen your shoulder and pectoral muscles. To do this, start with your arm extended out to the side. Move your arm across your body at a slow to medium pace for 5 reps. This exercise is called across the body. Now, perform this motion for 5 to 8 reps at a fast pace. The next exercise is called squared up. You start this movement with your torso already squared up to the target. Now, throw to a target you imagine to be directly in front of you, about 30 yards straight out. Perform 5 to 8 reps at a medium pace, making sure you follow through completely and return through your throwing motion slowly to a 3 count. The return sequence is just as important as the throwing sequence as it strengthens the decelerator muscles. Strong decelerator muscles will help prevent throwing-related injuries. Now, perform another 5 to 8 reps at a fast pace, but the return sequence should always be done at a slow pace. The next sequence is one set of 5 to 8 reps at maximum speed, simulating your throwing motion from the cobra position, or where your throwing arm is back and your opposite shoulder is facing the target. You should throw at maximum speed and still continue to execute the return sequence slowly over a 3 count. The final sequence is to perform 5 to 8 reps while simulating the throwing motion for your sport and position, again at maximum speed. Now, take the cord off and practice your throwing motion for a few reps without the ball. Feel the whip. Finally, start throwing with the ball and finish your normal warm-up sequence for your sport. Always focus on moving at speeds similar to your actual throw. More tension is not always better. If the tension is enough to change your throwing motion, then you have too much tension. Speed and fluidity of movement is the key. The device is designed to allow a natural throwing motion. Start out by doing no more than 40 reps total. Try to build up from 5 to 8 to 8 to 10 reps for each motion over time. Watch your foot position. Set a reference as to where you'll experience 12 to 18 inches of tension or more as you progress. Follow warm-up cord sequence with at least 10 to 12 reps of your actual throwing motion with a ball. Make sure to reinforce proper mechanics immediately after you use the cord. Across the body and squared up drills should always be done the same way, no matter the sport. Perform the entire protocol again, but only 3 reps per set. This is a great way to stretch and cool down your arm. After you're done, ice is normal. Baseball and softball overhand throwers. Perform your normal throwing motion for the last 2 sets. Pitchers should start out of the stretch position for the final sequence. Catchers should start in their crouch position for the final sequence, simulating a throw to second base. Position players should start from their fielding position for the final set, simulating throwing out runners. Softball pitchers should perform the first 5 sets the same as an overhand thrower. However, the last set should be at least 8 to 10 reps while simulating a windmill pitch. Football quarterbacks. Across the body should always be performed first and is the same as the other sports. Squared up should be performed, simulating throwing to a target 20 yards directly in front of you. The last 2 sets should simulate throwing a 50-yard corner or go pattern down the sideline for a touchdown. It's important that the cord does not wrap around the back of your neck at the end of the throw. Suggested training program. Across the body, 1 set of 5 to 8 reps at a medium pace. 1 set of 5 to 8 reps at a fast pace. Squared up, 1 set of 5 to 8 reps at a medium pace. 1 set of 5 to 8 reps at a fast pace. Finish with a 3 count on your return sequence to work your decelerator muscles. Normal throws. 1 set of 5 to 8 reps at a fast pace. Simulate your throwing motion, imagine the target, and perform at full velocity. Finish with a 3 count on your return sequence to work your decelerator muscles. Game speed throws. 1 set of 5 to 8 reps at a fast pace while simulating your sport-specific throwing sequence. Execute your normal footwork, imagine the target, and perform at full velocity. There is no 3 count on the return sequence. Prepare to throw. Perform the above warm-up protocol every time you throw. Weeks 1 and 2. Only perform 5 reps of each set for the first week. It's very important that you ease into using the cord. Keep the rep count to under 40 reps total the first week. In week 2, progress to 7 to 8 reps with each exercise, keeping the total rep count below 45 reps. Week 3. Increase rep count to 10 reps for each exercise. Increase throwing velocity during normal throws and game speed throws to maximum speed. Week 4. Increase tension by 12 inches from the reference position. Decrease rep count to 5 to 8 reps for each exercise to adjust for the added tension. Weeks 5 and 6. Increase rep count to 8 to 10 reps. Add 1 set of normal throws to 3 sets. Begin to incorporate sport-specific movements like fielding ground balls or position-specific movements for baseball or softball, crow hops, etc. Drop backs for football quarterbacks. Make sure to mark your reference point so the tension is correct when you throw at the end of your drop back sequence.